came to believe that innovation is in our blood. We have been breaking barriers since 1947.
Go Atlas.
It's who we are.
Go GPS.
The multi-domain, multi-component, coalition-friendly command and control has moved forward because we've been the connective tissue for the joint team.
I just want to say to my team and to the greater Air Force, SpaceX, Lockheed team, let's go for launch. It's going to be a great ride. And this team here at the United States Air Force and at SMC really pulls it together, and they just deliver incredible capabilities.
They're the finest Air Force on the planet.
And the capabilities that this spacecraft brings for the guys and gals out in the field who are fighting the fight is unbelievable. Literally the thousands of people that it takes to get here.
SMC! It's my honor to be a part of this incredible team. We have to shape SMC into an organization that's focused on rapidly delivering space warfighting construct capabilities.
The Atlas V rocket and mobile launch platform weigh over 2 million pounds. Traveling at a speed of 2 to 3 miles per hour, the rocket will take approximately 20 minutes to make its way a quarter mile to the launch pad.
I'm excited to be down here in Florida on a gorgeous day with SBIRS Flight 4 now on the pad. This satellite's launch will finish off the baseline constellation for the SBIRS mission. 4 GEO and 2 highly elliptical orbit satellites.
Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go SBIRS.
The Atlas V rocket launches from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, Florida, carrying the 4th SBIRS GEO satellite into orbit. Arriving from Marsh Air Reserve Base, the C-17 has landed here at Los Angeles International Airport.
It's not something you think about day to day, but in activities like this and at launch, you get a sense of affirmation of like what you're doing is definitely important, involving the warfighter, giving them the comms that they need to do their day-to-day mission.
The Delta IV rocket launches from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, Florida.
And we have liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV rocket carrying the WGS-9 mission for the United States Air Force.
And history is made. A Minotaur 4 rocket launches from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, Florida, carrying ORS-5 into orbit.
And liftoff of the AEHF-4 mission carried by United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket for the United States Air Force. 3, we have ignition. 2, 1, and liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket with Aft Space 11 for the United States Air Force.
4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff of the Falcon 9.
Three, two,
First motion.
Extremely important for not just our Air Force Space Command, but for the nation. You provide them an incredible advantage with the capabilities that you develop that have fundamentally revolutionized how we fight and win our wars today for our nation.
We come from a proud heritage. We have achieved things no one thought possible.
They asked us to fly a jet to the sound barrier. We did. But for some of us...
But for some of us...
But for some of us...
the sky wasn't the limit.
The nation called, asking us to jump out of a balloon on the edge of space to see if humans could survive the fall. We answered.
But some of us, well, some of us wanted to go higher.
For the eyes of the world now look into space, and we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace.
The nation called us again during the Cold War, when our very existence faced annihilation.
The Soviets shot down Gary Powers and his U-2 in an attempt to take out our eyes.
The nation asked us to go even higher to stand guard. We answered.
We answered.
We answered.
We answered.
We answered. When our airplanes couldn't go high enough, we went higher to stand watch.
Then our nation called us again to do the impossible during operations in Iraq and Afghanistan.
We answered. We gave our warriors the ability to thread a 500-pound bomb through a terrorist's window.
Visit your right 5.
Copy that, coming right. Platform visuals to your right 4.
When we tell people we're in the Air Force, the first thing they ask is,
What kind of plane do you fly?
What kind of plane do you fly?
What kind of plane do you fly?
Before, we provided space effects to the warfighter.
Today, we are the warfighter.
We fly and defend the very systems citizens around the globe rely on every day.
Some would say we are dreamers, but in reality, nothing is out of our reach.
We are different. We communicate faster. We navigate better.
We are innovative. We are extraordinary.
We define cutting edge. We know no limits. The world's greatest Air Force has launched us into the future, both literally and figuratively.
In this great power competition, we are becoming the Air Force our nation needs us to be. One that will continue to compete and win.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
we have gone faster, flown higher, and launched further than anyone thought possible.
They used to say the sky's the limit, but for us in space, there is no limit.
Aim higher, Airmen. Your nation is calling.
Generation Space. Generation Space.
Generation Space.
Generation Space has answered.
Since its earliest days, the Center, once known as the Western Development Division, has found innovative ways of fielding critical systems for national security space. The SMC mission began in 1954 in a converted schoolhouse in Inglewood, California, with a priority call to create the nation's first operational ICBM, the Atlas Intercontinental Ballistic Missile.
The attainment of an operational intercontinental ballistic missile is a vital concern to the national security. In June of 1954, this mission was established by the Chief of Staff in a priority directive to the Commander, ARDC. The Atlas, now called Weapon System 107A, was given the highest program priority in the Air Force.
SMC went on to tackle complicated military satellite programs and the design and launch of numerous small, medium, and large launch vehicles. Ever since those first successful military launches of the 1950s, SMC demonstrated a key role contributing to America's technological advantage. For over 50 years, the Space and Missile Systems Center and its predecessor organizations have delivered the operational space systems when our nation called. The Space and Missile Systems Center will continue on the leading edge of space acquisition. SMC, building the future of military space today.